What are we going to see?
Planes and cars.
Planes and cars. Let's go. Planes, cars, lots of space to run around, and even some peacocks. This is our family day out at the Shuttleworth Collection. Starting with the hangars themselves, as you walk through them, it genuinely feels like stepping back in time. Each of the hangars has their own focus and takes you through different stages of aviation. From really early aircraft to First World War planes, through to racing aircraft that were all about speed and pushing limits. But what was really amazing was the rawness of the materials, if that's the right word. Like a lot of these planes, especially those early planes, were just made from wood and fabric. What makes this place really different is it isn't just a museum with like static pieces. A lot of what you still see is airworthy. It was all started back in 1928 by aviator Richard Ormond Shuttleworth, with the idea of keeping these aircraft flying, not just preserved. There's also a really great collection of vintage cars and motorbikes. This was something that both me and my son were really excited to see. You can really see how engineering and design were evolving at the same time, both on the ground and in the air, from the entire collection. And for us as a family, it just worked. Loads of space for our little one to run around, and you could see how excited he was taking it all in. Just one of those days that's easy, interesting, and actually really memorable. So we finished looking at the hangars, seeing all the amazing planes and cars. The history is phenomenal in that building. I've really enjoyed it. Great day out. Not actually that expensive. And now we are at Swiss Gardens. So this is the outdoor area of the Shuttleworth Collection. And the gardens are stunning. There's lots of little bridges over little streams and this kind of little hobbit house thing that we've just seen that we're going to go and explore, which I kind of remember when I was younger, but it feels a lot smaller now. Yeah. So this is us in the Swiss Gardens here at Shuttleworth. I think this was actually my favourite part of the whole place. It was stunning. It dates back to the early 19th century and was originally sort of designed to be like an ornamental garden. So instead of like formal straight designs and wide open spaces, it was meant to feel a bit more natural and exploratory. And you really get that sense when you walk along the paths and how they just take you to like all these little buildings and bridges and like all the different landmarks throughout the garden. The Swiss part itself comes from the chalet-style buildings and rustic features that you can see in the garden, like the Swiss cottage, which you can see here. This was a really big hit. Pep wanted to get in and he was very disappointed that he couldn't. Apparently, these were really popular at the time, especially with wealthy families who were trying to create that sort of like romantic storybook feel throughout the garden. I think what's really nice here is just how nature works together. You've got like little lakes and channels and streams and bridges, and everything just ties together to really create this calm and slightly hidden feel. Apparently great for bird watchers. What is it that you're doing?
Yeah.
I am detecting birds on my Merlin bird app.
Your Merlin? That sounds like an ad. Don't say
It's not an ad. I like it.
Looked on the internet to try and find a fun fact about peacocks to impress Verity with my peacock knowledge. Did you know the big colourful feathers aren't actually their tail? They're called train feathers. The real tail is the small bit underneath that actually lifts.
I know.
You don't know that one.
You can see it.
Yeah, but you didn't know that, did you?
Yes. I know it's not his tail.
No way. You didn't know that.
Yes, I did know that.
No way. Fez, I've got one more for you. You're definitely not going to know this one, right? When peacocks fan out their feathers, they actually create tiny vibrations that you can't really see, but the females can feel them. Did you know that one?
No. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You coming up the hill?
It's far away from my...
This was the grotto. This was one of my favourite parts. We opened a door to what looked like a conservatory, and it basically took us into this like indoor cave. It was stunning, really beautiful. Verity suggested us having an additional wedding just so we could get married there. It was lovely. It's designed to look like natural caves. Apparently these were quite common in these types of gardens, and they use things like minerals or shells to get that same textured, cool surface that you'd find in a cave. But yeah, it was really magical. Before we left, we stopped off at the cafe for some lunch. I went for ham, egg and chips. Verity had a chicken burger, and the little man had chips and pretty much ate most of mine. Wasn't the cheapest, but to be fair, it was worth it. Decent food. Seconds before getting into the car, you see two of the planes from the collection taking off in the airfield. It was a perfect ending to a great day.
Yes, Mummy.
Wow!
Mummy.
How cool was that? Can you still see him? Have you had a good day?
Yes,
Did you enjoy that?
yes.
So I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed that.